everyone, so today I'm doing a review on the e.l.f. primer and the e.l.f. foundation. I'm going to talk about the primer first. I'm trying to make this video pretty quick. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer and I love it and I hate it. The reason I love it is because it makes my skin very smooth. Very smooth to the touch, it doesn't feel bumpy or anything like that, and it feels dry, almost like powdery. I'm not sure why. I believe this is silicone based. I'm not 100% sure, you'd have to check the website, but it feels like silicone when you put it on your face, just very smooth. I think it does a really great job of smoothing out your skin. I don't notice my foundation lasting any longer with this. It just goes on a lot nicer. The problem I had with this was it broke me out, and to be honest, if you know me like through my videos, you know I never really get pimples, but when I was using this I actually had a few breakouts over my like chin area, and I wasn't due for my, you know, girl thing or anything like that, so that wasn't the reason, and that never really happens to me, so I have stopped using this. Packaging wise, I thought it was really cute. It just comes in this little pumpy bottle, plastic, you know, kind of bulky, not too bad though. The only problem is the pump sucks, because it worked fine for like the first 3 or 4 uses, but now it just kind of fizzles and nothing really comes out. You get the tiniest amount, and then you unscrew it and the like pipe, this pipe thing here, half the time just falls out, so it's not connected to this bit very well, so you can't even use that to kind of scoop it out to put on your face. You have to use like a different kind of stick or something, like the end of a makeup brush. So that was just my personal experience with this. I didn't really like it. I'd say if you don't break out with silicone based products, then definitely give it a go. It might be really great for you, and it's super affordable. I think it might be like $5. I'll check and put an annotation if I'm wrong. And then the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation, which I got requested to do a review on, and I'm sorry it's taken me a while, but I really wanted to give it a really fair chance and, you know, just see how my skin reacted with it over time. With this product I didn't experience any breakouts. The actual foundation itself was okay. I would probably only use this if I ran out of my other foundations, because the other ones are so much better. I'm going to talk about the packaging first this time. It looks really nice, really sophisticated, nice glass kind of container with a matte black lid, just, you know, very classy looking. Again, the pump doesn't really work. I'll see if I can squirt some out now. It might work. Kind of worked. That's one full pump. But again, like, it's kind of luck of the draw. Half the time you squeeze it and nothing will come out, so you have to open it up and just do it this way, and it's kind of messy, as you can imagine. If you're familiar with the Revlon Colorstay foundation, it kind of looks the same consistency. Quite thick, but not, like, a little bit runny but not too runny. Quite thick. I don't really experience any oxidizing with this product, so that's really good. And if you don't know what that means, that just basically means your foundation oxidizes with the oxygen, so the iron in it kind of turns kind of orangey. So if you find that your makeup turns orange throughout the day, you might have to experiment using powder to set your foundation or something like that just to help stop that. But this doesn't really do it. This colour is in Porcelain. I think it's probably the lightest one or the second lightest one. Applying it, it's fine. It's a bit thick. You can't really build it up, because I found that when I tried to build it up, it would just cake. If I just did one thin layer, it was fine. It kind of did accentuate my dry patches under my eyes and just down here on my cheeks. So if you have normal skin, I think it would work better. I'm not sure how people with oily or combination skin would feel about it, because I don't have any of those things and I don't really know. It says it's oil free, so it could be worth a go. Throughout the day I did notice it kind of faded a little bit. It went a bit patchy, again, like just accentuated the dry patches, so I didn't really like that. After I tried it out for a while, I tried mixing it with other foundations, and that made a huge difference with both the appearance and the way it lasted on my face. The coverage and everything was a lot better. I don't think I mentioned, this is kind of medium coverage, I would say. If you mixed it with a moisturizer, it would probably work really well. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, it's probably just medium. You can't really build it up. Well, with my skin you can't build it up because it just looks very cakey and very patchy, and again looks terrible over my flaky dry skin. So will I repurchase this? Probably not. I don't know how much it is. I'll put a little annotation. I think it's like $6 or something like that. You can always get it like 50% off. They always have coupon codes on e.l.f. I probably just wouldn't purchase this because my other foundations are just so much better. I feel like it's an okay foundation. It's nothing special. For the price you can pay for it, it might be worth checking it out. If you have very, very dry skin, I wouldn't go near it, because I don't have very, very dry skin. I have normal to dry skin. So if you have very flaky and very dry skin, like, this probably will just look a big mess. I hope you guys found this review thingy helpful. Let me know if you've tried them, or if you're gonna try them, or if you're not gonna try them, and I'll talk to you soon.